You guys all doing?
All right, we're back.
Okay. Now I need the link.
Now you need the link. There you go.
No. I have it right here.
You got it. All right, guys, we are back. I don't know if hopefully people didn't go ahead and go to bed, but we're back. This is the new stream. This is number it's gonna be
5.5.
5.5, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, Google was being ignorant and not trying to get us into the room, so we apologize for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and introduce the panel. All right, go ahead, Sentai. You start off.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Sentai22 here. How you guys all doing? You probably know me. I mean, everybody knows me, of course. I did pretty much Toku reviews, and of course Power Ranger reviews for pretty much the last 4 or 6 years, you could say. So, all right, you guys, go ahead.
Tom's next. Oh, the other guy. I can't. What? Here it is. Okay, here. Go ahead.
Yeah, Tom, yours is a little loud, bro.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know what I can do to fix that. Let's see.
All right. So obviously we know Zeron. You know me. I'm John. Here we go again.
Sup?
All right, here we go. All right, well, now can I get the
Oh.
Woo! It's even louder now.
Yeah.
What is it? It sounds like a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
We should start this now.
I don't know what to tell you.
Sorry,
Everyone.
guys.
It's alright, no problem.
Is there actually a vacuum cleaner?
Yeah.
No, it's actually my laptop.
Do you want me to
Here.
find mine?
Oh,
You need to
Mine
get
actually has
get it
noise
cleaned off with
cancellation.
dust.
One for the Samsung.
it's really loud.
The
Very
Samsung
computer.
headset has sound
Whatever you did before sounded better.
It's like, yeah, it's
Cover
really,
the mic.
really loud.
Yeah, it is over the mic.
Really loud.
Yeah.
It's like very,
better?
it's like overpowering loud. No,
No.
I can't.
Yeah.
I feel like you have headphones in.
Yeah.
And
Really, really loud.
It's extremely loud, dude. Hold on, let me put you. Tom, let's do this. Mute your mic, and I will put you on a speaker on my phone.
Or I could just like try to
Huh?
hold on.
I did not hear you.
Let me check on the car.
Yeah. Tommy shaved.
It sounds like I'm in a factory in a boiler room somewhere.
Yeah, making tofu toys day and night. I'm about to make this Daijujin right now.
There we go. It's gone.
Yay! The noise has stopped.
I don't know what did it there, but oh, did you? Oh, I think Mikey shut. Did you shut off the mic, Tom? Is that what it? I think that was,
Yeah, I think
this one.
Yeah.
He's gonna get a headset, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Best thing.
or he's gonna give me a call. If not, I'll put him on speaker, if anything, on my phone and
Mm-hmm.
stuff, because my phone's pretty loud. But all right, let's get this panel started then. All right, we got. Looks like we got the viewers back, the ones that were watching before. So. I think we're
Right,
good to
thanks for
go.
coming back, and sorry for all the difficulties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't blame us, blame Google. It's their fault.
No, you can just blame it on DK.
Yeah, blame it. Yeah, that too. We always have to blame our problems on Decade because that's like the easiest scapegoat.
Oh, I haven't seen Decades, so I mean, I'm behind there.
It's
I
okay,
gotta get on
man.
that.
You don't miss out much.
Nah, not really. It's just fans. It's just fan
It's all
service.
AU stuff, so.
Yeah, it's fan service for non-Kamen Rider fans.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
All right.
Well, thanks for coming back, guys, and
Yeah, I appreciate
thanks
it.
a lot.
Yeah, we really do appreciate you guys. Thank you for being patient and working with us here.
Yeah,
We finally got everyone, so that's good.
yeah, that's good. Yeah.
All right. So I guess, all right, there we go. All right. So now to start off this panel, obviously the one thing we have on the agenda first tonight, obviously the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers reboot movie will be the first topic of discussion here tonight. So start off with you, Sentai, because you always have such great things to say.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Well, in terms of story, characters, villain-wise, like I said before, it's not going to work. I mean, they could try to sell Power Rangers to an audience that are not familiar with it, kind of like the way they did it with Transformers, and it did pretty well, you know. But the thing is, with Power Rangers, Power Rangers, it won't have any glitter. No, I'm just kidding. Well, what I'm trying to say is that, like I mentioned in my other videos, the reason why Power Rangers was so successful was because of the toy sales and because it was cheesily bad.
Yeah.
Literally bad. I mean...
Careful what you say, man. People are going to be like, oh my god.
Hey, it's true. I'm not going to deny that.
I mean,
how dare you say that about Power Rangers? You're in big trouble.
Look, I still like to tell you something. As a child, I like Power Rangers, and to this day, I like Power Rangers. But I'm not trying to say it is necessarily bad. It is good that it, like, you know.
Oh, we know what you mean. It's just those people who can't accept, like, Sentai to be can be cheesy kind of attitude.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
just
impossible
imagine
for Sentai to be cheesy.
I mean, just imagine if it was given a live action, they would have to essentially sacrifice not pleasing the fandom. They will literally throw away everything. Like, we're gonna take away the cheesy characters, the cheesy storyline, and the cheesy costumes, make them real, and it doesn't seem like Power Rangers anymore,
Yeah. I mean, look. Yeah. Hold on. Where you at, Tom?
This is the reason why Haim Saban stepped in and trying to bring the actors from the show into the first movie. You understand?
Yeah.
Because originally they were going to do something, what they're going to do with the reboot. They're going to replace the actors and make the story completely different and all that, but they decided no, because it will just ruin the show. It will not look like Power Rangers. It will be something else. It will be like Pacific Rim.
Did you not like Pacific Rim or something?
Oh, I do like Pacific Rim, but the thing is, this is different. It's different from Power Rangers. I mean, even though it does take in elements from Power Rangers, I have a feeling it won't
be on the screen.
It won't be the same.
Just be on the phone.
The same hypage, if you will, the same kind of tone as Pacific Rim. It'll be totally different because, let's just face it, it all depends on sales, and they'll try to do anything to try to bring that there, like trying to bring the it's hard to hear you from there, man.
It's really hard to hear himself with him talking.
Unfortunately. Yeah. But like you were saying, Tommy. Sorry, I couldn't hear you because the phone is not really good quality to put on the podcast, though. Unfortunately. On technology sense, yeah. I mean, I can definitely see, just imagine how Power Rangers would look today if the first movie was released now. I mean, the CGI would be just so awesome, so.
And plus, they won't be using like Sentai footage like what they did with the first movie.
Well, the first movie did not use Sentai footage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it would be their own original thing. That's where a lot of people were talking about, like, oh, it's going to be their own original.
But the concern is that I think it might draw some fans away from this movie, in the same way that they did with The Last Airbender.
No.
Because they don't want to be like, if we make the live-action reboot, we got to make sure that it will exist regardless if it's good or bad. Okay? Just be prepared. Be very, very prepared.
I'm not holding my breath either way. I mean, obviously, I'm looking forward to see it if, they do it justice or not. I mean, with obviously the modern advances of technology. What I'm more interested in seeing is the route they go with it. If they're gonna go the route of doing something that appeals to the older fans as well as the younger fans, or if they're just gonna, now that it's back under Saban, if he's just gonna focus on really, that younger fan base or not. That's really, I mean, the story. I mean, pretty simple. I mean, there's really no way you should be able to screw that up. But I mean, you never know, man.
Well, the first movie is a total example of that. But
Yeah, the first movie is terrible. I mean, but it's not, it's for what it was. It was endearing. I mean, it had some decent acting in it. But I've seen worse.
Yeah,
I mean,
still
I
would
was
stand the
so
test
with the
of time.
CG.
yeah.
As a kid, I was
Crappy
like,
CG.
wow, what happened there?
I mean,
even as a kid, you're just like,
yeah. I mean, well,
whoa.
keep in mind,
Whoa.
CGI was very primitive back in those days.
Yeah.
Seeing something like that was really awesome, but today not so much because it's like, man, movie studios out there can do 100 times better than this. Look at the Transformers. Look at Pacific Rim. I mean, those were really, just imagine the potential. I mean, I could definitely guarantee the movie will be sort of good or bad in the box office, but we don't know for sure for that yet. What in the world?
It's gonna do good box office numbers. It
Yeah.
will just because of the nostalgia, just because of people wanting to see a newer Power Rangers movie. For that alone, it'll do well. It'll gross well.
Yeah,
It
and-
might even it probably gross well enough to even do a sequel. I mean,
Who knows? I mean, Lionsgate is very. I guess their expectations are high on like this high. They're trying to make it into like a movie franchise, just like the Transformers, but they're gonna have to pull this right. They gotta, pull in the punches. I mean, what I want them to do for the reboot is, of course, they will try to change, a few things. I mean, let's first off, let's do away with the Tommy character, the Billy character, and just put new names. I know it's kind of hard to fathom, but they're gonna have to do that. Also, if for the fans' sake, for nostalgia's sake, they should do like little bit of reference to like each season of Mighty Morphin throughout the history. Like for example, a nerdy Blue Ranger or nerdy I would say nerdy Black Ranger, of course, will say like these lines from a certain series, like want some toast? It's shut up. Something along those lines. You probably knows what I'm talking about. Like
this helmet's ruining my hair. I don't think I can do this Power Ranger business.
They should put like little nods to the history of Power Rangers. Now that's what I want to see, but unfortunately that will never happen because the nostalgia will always be Mighty Morphin and only Mighty Morphin. Hang on, guys. I'll be right back.
well, Zeron, what do you think, man? What do you think of this new movie coming out? What are your expectations?
I only really care about toy sales.
Well,
Everyone knows me. I mean, I like movies. I like watching Power Rangers and anything Toku. But I think the most important thing is marketing and toys. That's where Toku really comes into play. If they can make some really awesome toys for the movie, I don't know, make your stupid bikes, make some really cool morphers, make some really cool Megazords, just something that kids will go, like, oh my god, I want that.
Yeah. Well, I think
That's really my.
Yeah.
I mean, if they do that, I'm sure it's going to be like, hype. But I might be a little biased because I've been listening to other people's opinions on this, especially like Black Nerd Comedy, for example. Like, especially what Sentai said, he's, they had to change characters, they got to change different things, and make it like a fresh reboot.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
Fresh reboot, but a reboot.
No, an actual reboot. Yeah.
Like the comic books, like Marvel, DC, they have different universes. They have the comic book universe, they have the movie universe, TV series universe. So there could be potential to have a spin-off, like Power Rangers movie universe.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I would like to see, because looking at it, I'm thinking, all right, if they go the route of like how they did with Star Trek, where Star Trek is not necessarily, you know, it's kind of a reboot, but it's not a reboot. It's more of a reimagining because what they did with Star Trek, man, I absolutely love what they did because they did an
Yeah.
they actually did a splintered timeline. So they did that they did that to appease like the old school fans. So there's really even though some old school fans still got upset, they shouldn't be upset because the thing is the history that was set within the old Star Trek movies is still there. The new Star Trek movies is a different timeline. It's an alternate timeline, as explained in the very first, movie. So it's like they're creating a whole new history for it because this is a different timeline. This is an alternate timeline, so they could pretty much do whatever.
You know, that
And I like
definitely
that.
brings the question: is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie part of this multiverse of Power Ranger shows? Like, in
I think the
terms of
movie,
our
the movie and the TV series retconned itself, didn't it? I don't remember. It's been a while.
Well, the first movie obviously was not canon to the series. The
But the
second
second
one,
Well, like it kind of
was,
followed
yeah.
through to the seasons, and then they had the TV series that kind of summed up what happened in the movie, but
Yeah.
it kind of retconned what
I
happened.
mean, if you look at what's the episode of Dino Thunder? What was the episode of Dino Thunder where they show like the history? Forgot the title of the episode, but like basically Tommy has like a file of like the history of Power Rangers and Dino Thunder, telling the story, and they actually have the movie footage of Power Rangers Turbo in it there. So yeah, it is.
Honestly, I didn't watch Turbo, so
Yeah.
or the movie, so I was just like,
Yeah, I know. Avoid it at all things possible, please. It's not. I mean, it's okay. I mean, I watched it as a kid. Didn't like the fact that Austin St. John became a villain, but that was his own decision. So
yeah. Oh,
later
you heard
on,
the
I
stream.
found out. Yeah. Once
You
I
heard that
found
stream
out.
the other day.
Yeah. Yeah.
What'd you think of that?
I
Pretty
think.
interesting, huh?
Yeah, pretty interesting. I mean, the fact that he was able to control these guys, in a way that he did to try to make the story interesting is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
No?
You heard about that, Zeron? Did you hear Austin St. John's? He did uncensored radio the other day with.
yeah, I heard about it, but I didn't listen to it in or anything.
Yeah.
Well, if
That
you get
was-
a chance, if you
yeah.
get a chance to tune into that, I'm the guy that asked Austin if he's interested in if he'd be willing to come back to the show. That was me asking him that question.
Yeah.
If you get a chance to hear that, he's
I'm
a cool dude.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that he'll be back in one way, shape, or form because if the money was right, I mean, of course you have Jason David Frank, I mean, and you have Austin St. John. Obviously, when they're doing the next anniversary, they're gonna pick him because we're already tired of. No offense, I love the Green Ranger, but it's just overwhelming. Just I'm too envy with.
That's
Green.
overdone. It's overdone.
overdone.
It's overdone.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're gonna scare the Church of JDF. So they're gonna come to your house. with
Relax, relax, fans.
How dare you talk.
I like the Green Ranger. I love the Tommy character.
I'm just kidding.
Like, you know what I mean?
Don't you talk about JDF that way.
JDF is awesome.
Sending army to Sentai 22, right?
No. Look, I have a dragon dagger, and I just pre-ordered the Dragon Zord. Please just leave me alone.
He only has one. Needs to buy 20 more for toy sales. Send the army now.
Bro.
Please, no.
No más. No más. Por favor, no más. That brings up the next topic that I wanted to discuss, actually. Now I'm thinking about it, now that since obviously we've been talking Toku, but, let's deviate from Power Rangers for a moment here, and actually let's get back on Kamen Rider for a moment. And what I want to know is, do you guys think that, because I'm of the opinion that the American public is ready for a serious adaptation of Kamen Rider. And what I mean by serious, not necessarily. I mean, Dragon Knight is a good. From what I've seen of Dragon Knight, and I haven't seen a whole lot. I don't think that was a bad way to start.
No.
But here we are with Kamen Rider. Here's Toku, which obviously is all over Japan. It's big whether you're a kid or an adult. Do you think that America is ready for a serious adaptation of Kamen Rider, like a serious influx of serious tokusatsu over here, for maybe not necessarily the the younger demographic, which is always a good demographic to cater to for the toy sales. But for for that, I guess for us, I mean for kids and for us.
I mean, yeah, I mean, definitely, they're ready. I mean, with the whole facade of lone superheroes like Spider-Man and Superman. I mean, of course, they need a lone hero. Don't get me wrong, Power Rangers is awesome, but a lot of people want a lone hero. A lot of people don't want Avenger-style type of heroes. People want the lone wolf on a motorcycle or horse, and Kamen Rider certainly does deliver. The only problem is, how are they going to advertise it? I mean, of course, Saban will try to get those rights to it because, of course, it is another money-making opportunity as well. So
Plus,
anything goes.
Kamen Rider makes a lot of money in Japan, more than Super Sentai.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
absolutely.
it would be a great opportunity for them to do that.
Yeah. I mean, of course, which series to adapt? That's the question.
Yeah.
Of course, they can do any of these series pre-Dano, well, actually pre-Kabuto, because they still got the suits. So, they can still do a show
Most of them,
from
at
8
least.
years. Yeah, most of them.
Yeah.
Most of them are being used in the superhero Tysons anyway. So
They either had to remake it or they canned it for different suits. Like I think they canned Oja and Orga and stuff like that.
As a matter of fact, what's his name from Power Rangers Super Mega Force? The guy that Noah was attacked with the swords. What's his name? In Power. He was a remold Negatoros.
Oh, that's right. I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, that is.
Okay, Toei likes to do that a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Wait a minute. Like when I saw it, wait a minute.
I like
a Dano monster.
That's right. It was. I remember that.
I like your reaction there, Zeron. It's just like, see, I'm the same way. Like Mega Force, Super Mega Force. I haven't seen them, so I'm like.
I've seen some of it. I've
seen like the first.
Like I said, I'm busy from this way.
Yeah, exactly. Busy meaning we don't. I don't want to watch that right now.
Busy playing Final Fantasy 14. But.
No! You can't let loose the secrets, man. You got to keep this to yourself.
Yeah.
The masters must not know.
They're gonna get onto me.
You're not dedicating enough time, bro, to the Kamen Rider and Sentai gods, bro. The people are gonna be upset.
Oh, you have to respect the Sentai Toku gods. They're gonna come after you.
Yes. Toku Jesus will be coming after you.
Gonna Rider kick you in the face.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's too much. I think like you were saying though before, yes, marketing is key to getting these shows on TV over here.
Which Saban Brands is good at, though, by the way.
Well,
I've heard arguments where he's like, "Oh, marketing means nothing. Blah 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 blah. They need to make a better story." I'm like, no.
Hey, they can sell it.
No.
No, exactly. It's like,
Let me tell you something.
we live in America, baby. We live in America, didn't you know?
Yeah, I mean,
It's all about the
explain.
marketing.
Yeah, explain why SpongeBob has existed for so long, even though it's crap.
Oh gosh.
I think people like to watch it because they like to lose brain cells.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But
Just
wouldn't
make a
that?
random thing and then it happens.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't that be with Super Mega Force? You're losing some brain cells.
Well, I mean, I look at Token in a different way than most people. Besides the toy sales thing, I look at also in the film aspect. People just judge it from the story, but you gotta look. They did some good stuff in Samurai all the way to Super Mega Force. But that means only so little to people because they're like, oh, this doesn't stay true to Ghost Age, or oh, this doesn't stay true to Gokaiger.
I keep telling these people.
You gotta watch it.
Yeah, I mean,
separately, independently of each other.
They're different. They are different. They're not the same. Okay. If you want to watch Gokaiger, it hasn't been destroyed. It is. You can watch it.
Yeah, I love this. Like, oh my god, Gokaiger is totally ruined because Super Mega Force.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, look, they don't look. Saban Brands doesn't have to explain why do the Ranger suits like pirate suits. Look at the Alien Rangers; they look like ninja suits. So there.
There you go. No explanation
No,
required.
One,
Go.
does it produce toy sales? Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely,
Two,
always.
does it produce
Always.
toy sales? Yes.
I think that's. I
Money
think
making
that's.
machine.
I think that's why. I think that's Gosei's explanation right there. There's a simple reason for
Oh
explanation.
yeah.
So it's
That-
sales.
That was the thing. Everyone was like, why did Jake become the Green Ranger and he's the Black Ranger? Other than Ghost Rider only had right.
Yeah.
But Gosei's a troll,
Yeah.
right?
He likes to troll people. That's
See, I think secretly somewhere in the whole organization of them working on the script and stuff, they put those nods in there. Like the Tiki head, someone had to mention Gosei as a Tiki head, because that's when we watched Ghost Age, we were like, oh, that's a giant Tiki head.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? And then the whole black to the Green Ranger. Gosei answered it.
It
He
ain't
didn't
no.
pay
Let me tell you
attention.
something. It ain't no worse. Let me tell you something. It ain't no worse than the high octane Megazord look like a totem pole. So, yeah, I mean, Power Rangers Super Mega Force. And one thing I hate about this, the fact that they keep. Well, I think this is on the news that they reported a couple of months back, is it was going to be the most expensive season ever. Not really. They're using like 90% of the Sentai footage.
Yeah.
I mean,
I guess they're doing it in the perspective of the original content that they're doing. I can see that to be a little expensive. I mean, ever since Saban got the rights back to Power Rangers from Samurai, they got access to a really expensive camera that they used for Shinkenger. So the quality looks about the same.
yeah.
Other than the Blue Ranger, the shades of blue are kind of different, but the original footage for them are really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean, just take a look at the one of the episodes where, like, when they change into Lost Galaxy. I mean, the green Lost Galaxy Ranger looked very light and green.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jonathan.
Oh, we got a question from Mega Goku DX. He says, "What do you think of Prezu Rangers like Flashman and Maskman being in Super Mega Force?"
Oh, there's an explanation for that. You gotta watch
Explosion.
you gotta watch my partner Speed Racer Flubber's video. The no explanation.mov or whatever. There's two of them. There's the Power Rangers New Power and Blitz New Powers. You gotta watch that. That's the only reason.
Man, I gotta meet this guy, man. I gotta meet this guy, Robert. He's a cool guy.
Let me comment on that real quick. Obviously, I have not seen Mega Force, but here's what I think of that. And I don't have to see Mega Force to say this, I believe. So, I think using Rangers, obviously that have not appeared previously within the Power Rangers universe is, to me, is completely out of context, and it doesn't belong. And
I definitely agree.
It's completely out of context. That to me just comes off as them just doing it to do it. Just because they can. It's just like, hey, let's put these guys in here. That'll be cool. And really, it's more confusing than anything else. And the thing about it is, it's a throwaway. It's a throwaway because people, obviously kids, they see these other powers, and they're just like, some of them might think it's cool because it looks different, but I'm pretty sure a good mass majority of kids are gonna, because there's no substance behind it, are gonna be like, I don't care.
I definitely agree. What Jonathan said about this. I mean, look, just give us an explanation, okay? If you give us an explanation, then we'll forget about the whole Die Ranger, Flashman,
Gosei said
there. Yeah, Gosei said it. Never seen one. Well, that's not an excuse. Okay, that's not an excuse for saying.
The excuse is no excuse. You just don't explain it because Gosei said so.
Like, shut up. Yeah, I mean. Come on, they should have at least said, like, I understand that there are other Power Rangers on other planets. I understand that, but just what other planets? Explain it to me. Explain it to me, okay? I know they're alien Rangers, from different parts of.
There was a whole speculation with the whole Die Ranger. Well, when we got the announcement of the Die Ranger footage at San Diego Comic-Con or something like that.
Yeah, I believe that's where they showed the trailer.
Yeah, they showed the footage and people were flipping out. I saw all different groups.
My reaction was let me tell you something. My reaction was that it maybe was an error by the editors. Maybe they saw some raw Gokaiger footage and it's like, oh, that thing looks pretty cool. Let's just put it in there just for the the really awesome effect that it has on the
Oh, like
footage.
that one scene in Megaforce where they use the samurai theme.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
No one caught that one, right?
Oh, there's one episode when in Super Mega Force where they actually like when they transform into SPD. I mean, they transform into SPD so many times in the first
Yeah.
few episodes.
It was
From-
that one group that they unfiltered the music track, and it was actually playing the soundtrack from SPD, right?
Yeah, like a little snippet of SPD, like
People are still flipping
orchestrated.
out.
I was like, what? They had the rights all this time and they didn't even use the actual theme song.
They could have just
Of
played it.
course not. Of course not, man.
You know, I mean, wow, it was a shocker to me because they could have used. I mean, it doesn't matter if it was the original or an orchestra version or a remake. Just put the theme. It would have been cool, but nah.
Nah, well, like I said, it's about. I mean, look, as far as, and I think we've talked about it plenty of times in the past, Sentai. With Saban getting Power Rangers back. I mean, whether or not it's going to be a good thing or bad thing in the long run, I guess we'll see. I mean, obviously, Super Mega Force doesn't seem, at least from what I've heard, and at least I've seen, I think maybe one episode of Super Mega Force. It doesn't seem as bad as Mega Force. Looks like they stepped it up a little bit. But at the same time, again, there's these little things, minute things that I think are unnecessary, obviously. And like that question that was asked earlier about, them putting Flash and all that, I think that doesn't belong. And just because it's completely out of context, and they don't need to do that.
Also, as I mentioned before, I said the whole what you call it. What was it? Man, I forgot. Like, it's a good idea. It's a good idea for, having expand that Power Ranger universe with new Rangers from different worlds. But the thing is, it's like you said, they don't belong there. No, they don't. I think it was a cheap way for the editors to not make original footage. I mean, if you look at one of the episodes, they only use like a second of original Mighty Morphin Power Ranger footage when they were transforming into Lost Galaxy. That was it. Nothing. I mean, they're just trying to pinch pennies as much as possible.
Exactly. And the thing is, they're not gonna make merchandise out of that stuff. There's no point. So it's kind of like, why even show it? The other thing too is, you look and see that they're doing this, right? They're making 20 episodes for Nickelodeon, all right? And so 30 episodes worth of footage is essentially, for all intents and purposes, is going to waste. So it's just like, so you couldn't find something in those other episodes to put in that might have made, at least where you're going with the series, a little bit more sense. But hey, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they could have at least had an effort in trying to make original footage for those scenes that would blend in perfectly.
Or
but they didn't.
Yeah, there's one video on YouTube that that a guy, he just took out the Flashman and the
yeah, you could easily anyone could easily just cut them out. They didn't
exactly.
have to put them in there.
Yeah.
But I think some of when the Rangers transformed into like Blitz, Power Rangers Blitz new powers, they said a couple cheesy lines that kind of worked.
Yeah, let's see what these new powers do or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's blitz,
Yeah.
That's where the joke came from.
It's.
But I still have to say, Mega Force and Super Mega Force did some pretty good toy sales. We haven't seen numbers yet. I actually have not seen the annual report for those seasons. But the amount of people buying Ranger keys and legendary morphers, they're up there.
Yeah.
Especially with the free Ranger keys that they've been going around for the Morphing Madness.
Yeah, well, the cool thing with the Ranger keys, though, again, it gives not only just older fans, but the younger fans as well. It gives them more play out of the toy, which is good. It's a very good thing. It gives that particular toy a lot more replay value because it gives them an incentive to not only collect the keys and buy more money. It's more money they're spending on more stuff. but it gives the toy more replay value because of that. Because now, I want to hear what this key says. Oh, it just says the name of the series. It says the name of the series. Oh, it says the name of the series.
Yeah,
Oh,
I tell people it's really no different from the Mobirates. And
Yeah.
you're just like, no, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm just like, you put a key in a phone to make
Yeah.
sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it tells you.
And let me tell you something. The legendary morphers doesn't make a lot of sounds as the Gosei morpher though. That's the sad part. They, would have been cool though, is that they would, have the keys say the theme songs of each series, but unfortunately not.
That would probably, yeah, but of course that would probably make costs go through the roof. I mean, as it is, look how much smaller the legendary morpher is compared to the Mobirates. You know what I mean?
I mean, you can still put a sound chip as big as the Mobirates in there, and it wouldn't make a
Oh
difference.
yeah.
So
You know.
size is not really a big.
No, but I'm saying when it comes to producing, for cost, they're going to look at it that way, or they're going to look at it as, hey, it's more compact. It's
If you
More
open up a
famous,
Mobirates, there's a lot of empty space in there.
Yeah, it is. I
Lots
checked
of
it out.
Yeah. I post a lot of pictures and people are like, you defile the Toku gods for opening it. I was like, I don't care.
Speaking of what's inside
how
it,
could you vandalize it? How could
speaking
you
of
vandalize such a beautiful piece of art?
a piece of
Shame
toy
on you.
machinery, yes.
Oh, here's a nice comment. Saman killed Gokaiger.
Yeah. Oh no! Somebody kill that person right now.
Here we go.
Oh,
Do
it's not
we have
there.
a purist in our midst? Uh-oh.
Somebody get rid of him quickly before.
I don't care. It's gonna happen. Yeah,
It's
even
gonna happen.
if you go to the Power Rangers page, that's all you're gonna see. Like, JDF, Gokaiger.
Gokaiger's better than this, man. I love Gokaiger. I love my Captain Marvelous. He's much better than the emotionless Troy.
No, we call him Troyvelous, and we put Troy in the Marvelous jacket, and then people are flipping out.
There you go.
Who made that though? That's a nice Photoshop.
That was my partner, Speed Racer.
Oh,
Very nice.
Speed Racer is awesome.
Very nice.
You should meet it.
That was good.
Yeah.
Now, I can imagine. Now, I remember the reaction for that when people saw that. When people saw the Troy in the Captain Marvelous jacket. What? No!
Gokaiger ruined! Oh, Gokaiger ruined!
Gokaiger ruined!
Here's the honest to goodness truth. Whether I had seen Gokaiger or not, this would have been my exact reaction to seeing that photo. Honestly speaking, this is it. Ready? I mean,
This would be my reaction. What sales?
that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Troy's becoming Captain Jack Sparrow. Okay.
Does it produce toy sales?
Does it produce toy sales? No. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Hey man, hey, we all know Saban. We all know Saban's favorite line, man. It's money time.
No, actually, no.
It's money
There's well, I uploaded the video actually. There were Saban. I think they had a French television was doing a documentary on I'm Saban in 2001.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you the video right now.
So,
And I uploaded the part where he says, "What do you want? Here's what I want. I want all that money back. That's what I want.
Oh, yeah.
I need all that money. I want that money." Yeah, I'm gonna post a link for you guys so you can see for yourself.
Of course, man. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Not to go off tangent, whatever tangent we're on right now. Ichijo says U.S. toys compared to the Japanese toys. Don't say Jap. That's not.
Yeah, that's like when you're saying a black guy and at the N-word. So don't say that.
Yeah.
Please.
In my honest opinion, are sad. U.S. got paint quality, but their scale is so small. There's a couple things I could say about that. Yes, they are smaller, but then there's the Dragon Dagger.
Well, that's the thing.
There's the Legacy War.
Yeah.
Samurai Mega Blade.
Yeah.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
scoot this way.
I put the link right there of Simon Saban saying that wonderful line of money.
All right, I'll have to
You guys
check
see
that out later.
you see the link?
Yeah, I see the link. I'll check it out later, though.
All right.
No, but exactly, that's it. Were they where some things obviously they scale down, they make up for it in other areas. I mean, I think that, like you just said, the Dragon Dagger, that's phenomenal. They try to make it as show accurate as possible.
Yeah, I mean, that thing
costs $90, and people
Yeah.
are like,
I
too
mean,
expensive.
like
Yeah.
I told somebody in Ranger Board, at least they're not Hasbro. At least they're not Hasbro, because Bandai of America at least are trying to mass produce these things so everyone can get a legacy item. With Hasbro and their Masterpiece line, they don't do nothing. They just release it in limited quantities, and if when you go on eBay, it costs like around $300 or $400.
I still haven't found a Masterpiece Soundwave or Starscream, and I was like,
And you know, this is a really bad way for me to to get into the Transformers fandom because of that. I mean, I started collecting Masterpiece, not the best way to start. I had to spend.
there goes your money.
Yeah, I had to spend because I love Optimus Prime. I love Optimus Prime. I had to spend $300 on an MP10 Optimus Prime. That's something I shouldn't
Yeah.
even be doing.
Well, just remember something, man. That's just unfortunately. I mean, it's the toy market, bro. You know how it goes, man.
That's true.
That's just the way it's always going to be. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't like price gouging, but unfortunately, it's going to happen. But here's the thing. But at the same time, I can't really knock on anybody for trying to maximize their profit.
Yeah, that's true. They're scalpers. They do it because
Yeah.
Because again, yeah.
It's
And
all
here's the
about
thing.
this.
Well, and remember the most important thing. There's always going to be somebody that doesn't care about the price. That they have the money and they just have it to burn. You know what I mean? And those are the people that they're really looking to.
exactly.
And
That's
I'm,
their-
and
that's their
I'm going to say that I'm one of those people, unfortunately, because I had a little bit of Christmas money in from last year, so that definitely helped me out in getting the figure that I wanted for a very long time. So
Yeah.
it doesn't really, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter about the money, just as long as you got an item. that
And you're
you-
happy with it. Hey, if you're happy with it, you know that's what I like. And we were talking about this earlier, Zeron, when I was telling you about the Amy Jo thing. Like when people were arguing with me about that, oh well, it's for her real fans, all this stuff, and I was telling people, I was like, hey, it's just my opinion. Look, if you feel justified in spending that $100 to go see her, it doesn't matter what I think. You know what I mean? If you're happy at the end of the day spending that money to go visit with her, or pay this amount of money to get however many things autographed, that's fine. I don't knock anybody for that. It's your money. It's your right to spend it however you wish. But
Definitely.
because there was one guy arguing on there with me saying like, oh well, if people can't afford $100, they're just cheap. I was like, no, that's not correct either. Because if somebody feels that it's not worth the money, it's not that they're cheap. It's just they'd rather invest their money in something else, or that they feel that $100 for what they're getting is obviously it's not worth it. It has nothing to do with cheapness. It's just
you have to find value in something that you purchased or you buy. This
Exactly.
is what I tell everybody.
Exactly.
Like they tell me, people constantly comment on my channel saying, "Which one should I get?"
It's like it depends
I'm
on
not
you.
gonna tell.
What makes you happy? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like watch the videos again, watch my reviews and my demonstration, find out things that really stick to you. If a particular writer is like, Kamen Rider Gaim, for example, there's the lock seeds, there's the gimmick. If you really want to suck yourself into the gimmicks, there's one reason. Or if you want to get a belt like Deno or something that's kind of all intact, and if you find value in that kind of thing, that's your money.
I mean, everybody's different.
The one that's
you know?
on you.
Everybody's.
you need to buy this right now.
Yeah.
Dragon Dagger, so you can worship the Church of JDF.
I mean,
Dragon Sword.
and the
Dragon
best.
Sword.
I think the best advice I can give to any collector is that if an item is released, get it before it's gone. Okay, just go out there and see if the best price available now before it goes up to that
Oh yeah,
amount.
I made that mistake with the Bujin orange lock seed, the blood orange.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I'm gonna buy it later, whatever, right? And $20-$30. And guess how much it costs right now? $100.
Yeah. And same with the MP10. I had to fork over $300. I mean, years ago it was like around $150, and it went up because it didn't make it anymore.
Yeah,
So-
it's the toy market, man. When something's off the shelf, that's usually when people want it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And that's just the way it goes. So that's why, man. But I see something, I see something. Look, hey, you see this? I saw this. I got a bunch of them, bro. Why?
Yeah.
Because I knew that they were going to go up in value. They do, man. This one, bro, freaking already, man, it's gone up in value.
Yeah. I
You know what I
believe
mean?
it or not, I actually saw the RoboCop figure when I went to my local Toys R Us.
Yeah, it's $30 now. It used to be 24.
Oh my gosh.
I had the original Tron DVD, the first Tron movie. I got
Yeah.
it for like $10 when I used to work at
Oh
Motors.
man,
Wow.
You know how much I sold that back?
How much?
Like 60, 70.
dang!
Wow.
son.
I needed the
You
money,
price
and I was like,
gouger! How
whoa.
could you?
I was like,
How could
whoa.
you? You're a price gouger. You're abusing the system.
Hey, that's just how everything is, with toys. Like you
I-
said.
Like I said, I don't knock it, man. I mean, I used to, like back in the day when I was younger and I was more ignorant of these things. I would get upset about it. But as I got older, I realized, you know what, man? Don't get upset. Listen, if somebody caught you, if somebody caught you sleeping, that's not on the person that's selling it. That's on you. That's the way I see it. Look, if you know what I mean? If you didn't get it when it was there, all right.
Tough luck.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
look,
like
I know
New York
certain.
Comic Con
Yeah.
warfare.
Just be glad that
Yeah.
not all of your items are Comic-Con exclusives. That would have been like, you'd be mad at.
My friend was supposed to get me that. I kind of cried. I was like, oh,
¿Por
he's supposed to get me
qué?
one. Yeah, I mean, he ran for me, so I get, he was all over it. I was like, so I'm gonna get it for you, man. I'm gonna get it for you. And he was like, oh man. He got one, and he let me review it, so it was real nice.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
I was looking to see if there's any questions real quick. There's been saving grace. Okay, nobody asked me questions. Just said,
Yes, it's supply and demand. We all know. I know how the toy market works.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty
oh
much.
yeah, of course, man. Of course, man. I mean, like I said, man, I love toys, man. If there's it, and honestly, man, if something passes me by, I accept it, man. I'm just like, well, that's my bad. It's wah, wah,
Yeah.
wah, wah.
That happens. I mean, I try to get that MP10 so many times, throughout the months that it was released. It was just no hope, and then I finally got it.
Well, Sentai, remember I think I told you. I think it was like a week or two ago. I was trying to get I was trying to pre-order Kamen Rider Shin, and I should have done it, and I missed my opportunity. But like,
Don't worry about it, Jonathan. They'll
You
go
know.
down in value. I know these things.
oh yeah, it probably will. It may. I mean, it may not. But here's the thing.
Go ahead.
If it doesn't, I'm not sweating it, man. I mean, I look at it like this, man. It's an acceptable loss. I mean, if I look at it, if that was the cheapest I could have gotten it for, and it passed me by, it's just a piece of plastic, man.
Don't say
that.
How dare you, Jonathan? Do not say they're
No, don't
plastic.
get me wrong. It's a
Do
piece of
not
plastic I
mention
want.
figures.
It's a piece of plastic I want. Don't get me wrong. It's a piece of
Are
plastic
you
I want.
gonna say
I'm
no
just
to a
downplaying
mass man
it.
changer? Would you say no to a mass man changer? I don't think anyone would say no.
No.
They would drop $800 right now.
Yeah.
I know many people who will.
Mm-hmm.
But if you said no to that,
No, hey man, look,
edition mass man changer
Look.
on your shelf, and then you could show your friends. You'd be like, "I have a mass man changer." You don't.
look. Obviously, I'm downplaying it. Obviously, I'm downplaying here. I'm
That's your
hurting
own excuse, by the
inside.
way.
Tear me apart.
Just
Wait, what?
be like, mass man changer. You got one? And just slowly walk away.
No, I could always just maybe get like a 3D printer and hey, I got a mass machine. Just let you
Right.
think. Oh.
Yeah.
Hey,
Like I
hey,
was saying,
send it over this way. Let me authenticate it. Let me check that out.
Shin, like I was saying about Shin, Jonathan, you will eventually get it. I mean,
Oh yeah, I know a little
because,
man.
you probably saw the review already of the SH Figuarts Gosei Night. I actually got it for like
Oh, yeah.
3,000 yen on Yahoo Auction Japan, whereas eBay they're
$30?
huh?
They're about $30.
Yeah, 30
And then with
bucks.
shipping, that would probably cost you like, you got it for 50?
Yeah, 50. There you go. And eBay is like 55 plus the shipping, like 100.
Yeah, that's $100 figure alone. Like when it came out, and we were
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
Look what happened because the market was because everybody
Gosei
did
Night.
not.
Gosei Night.
There you go. Go tonight.
Nice.
Booyah.
irony right there.
I love this picture. It's Robo Knight holding his thing out, and it says your Pierce comment is bad for the environment.
Check
I
out
post
this.
that all over the place.
That's nice.
Check out this photo. I made this one myself, actually. Using.
You can share it on the.
Yeah, you can share it on the stream
You
here.
can screen share it. It's on the left, so everyone could see. Oh, be like, oh, look at this picture, and like everyone's like, what picture?
Exactly. Now the people watch this like, I want to see.
Okay, you will see it. You will see it. Check it out. Hold on. Check it out.
There's a question. Am I the only one that likes Ghost Ager? No, I know a lot of people that like Ghost Ager.
Yeah, there are people out there that like Ghost Ager. You guys see the?
They are very, very little, but there are Ghost Ager people who like Ghost Ager. I just send them the picture, never forget, and then you're just like, I hate you.
You see the photo, guys?
You have to screen share it.
Screen share. How do I do that?
It's on the left side on your options. It's below chat, and you can select what screen.
Let's see that. Did you already show it?
Nope. It is
Yeah.
not.
I'm gonna get up real quick.
Right.
All right. Oh, there we go. Capture. There we go. Let's see that. Let's see that bad boy.
You see?
Oh
it?
no, that's us taking a picture.
Oh no, wait. Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah, you gotta go to screen share to on the left side. It's right below the chat option and above the Q&A.
Oh, the chat. Okay, the Q and. Oh my gosh, I forgot to install this thing. The feature is disabled.
What have you done?
Okay, send it to me. Is that the picture?
Yeah. You see it?
Okay, I could screen share that.
Screen share.
Well, let me turn off my chats because I don't want people to be like, oh my god, Zeron Xepher.
Yeah, it's disappeared or something, you know?
Oh my god, this person has Dutch angles. I don't know. Okay. Let me actually save it on my desktop. I don't want people to be like, oh my god, you're friends with that guy.
Yeah, I agree. Don't, try to avoid it as much as possible.
Doing my best, man. Okay, I gotta pop up the picture.
No, but what you were saying before, Sentai, about finding stuff, bro, I always find stuff, man. I mean, it's only a matter of time. I mean, I usually when I'm really looking for stuff, I find it. So
That's your name.
Yeah, bro, I gotta live up to the rep, baby. Gotta live up to the rep, son.
That's right.
Okay.
What's
There
up?
you go.
Hey, can you guys see it?
Yes, son.
It's okay, bro. It's okay. It's okay.
I missed you, Robo Knight. I missed you, buddy. Where you been? Oh, Zeron, have you gotten yours? What's up? Where's yours?
Oh no, I don't really care about figures. I'm a roleplay I buy the roleplay toys.
Actually,
The
that's
Megazord stuff.
yeah, that's actually the Super Mega Force Red Ranger figure next to the SH figure art.
Yeah.
Hugging, unfortunately. Troy misses Robo Knight so much, he had to give him a big hug.
No, he was glad to see him back, man. What's up? Share the love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just,
All right, we got a
kinda
question.
awkward.
Hold on, we got a question here from Kentoku. I like your name, by the way. Very nice. Do you guys think that Saban will try selling Flashman, Maskman, Dire Ranger figure keys since they appeared in the show? Maybe even the Ryu Ranger SH figure art.
No.
That would be a negative.
Negative. They're not gonna sell like Disney. They're not gonna sell toys that are like
Toy
30 or
sales.
40 years old. No, it ain't gonna happen.
Again,
Well,
because
the thing is, most of the SH figure arts that have been released, you can't get them on Amazon. Some of them.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them.
Yeah, Jetman.
Directly from Bluefin. But I'm not sure with Ryu Ranger.
Actually, this I think
Some
they
of them.
took it off. I think they took it off the Toys R Us listings, but you could have bought Jetman.
Yeah,
SH
Jetman, but they
figure.
took out the Akiba Ranger weapons.
Mhm.
So because I went to a couple conventions and they sell both versions of Jetman,
Mhm.
and there were like a $10 difference, which was kind of a lot. Because we got the American version without the pieces, the Akiba Ranger pieces, then there was a $10 more for the ones with it. And then some people said the same thing about the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger ones. The Red Ranger and Green Ranger didn't have the Powerful Ranger pieces. People were like, it's a small thing.
Nobody knows what Akiba Ranger was, so
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
here, at least here,
No.
some people. I mean,
Yeah, but it makes sense why obviously
Yeah,
American
exactly.
figures wouldn't have them. It again something out of context. That's why they're not going to make keys for Die Ranger or any of that other stuff over here. There's no it would make no sense for them to. It's just
I
because it's
think
something out of
I think
context.
all the sounds. Ranger Crew already released all the sounds, and those weren't it. They weren't programmed in.
So
So,
yeah, there
so
you
if
go.
they did make it, it would just be aesthetic,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if
All right,
anything.
we got TDK Grade 1989 asked, what is the highest amount of money you spent on an item? 200. He said he spent $200 on his Kabuto sector.
I spent
Wow.
$79.
I was actually thinking of getting that. Is that the final selection or
The complete selection.
complete selection? Yeah.
I think he paid for. I think because I talked to him before. I think he has the original, the DX version.
Oh my gosh! You know,
Kobuto sector goes for. I mean, at least a couple months ago, it's $200-300 for a Kobuto
wow.
sector.
And you know the ironic part about it is I bought it like when it first came out in Japan for roughly around 65
Yeah.
bucks around that
Same
time.
here. I bought both Attacked and Kabuto for 130 shipped combined.
Yeah. I actually bought Gatak sector and Kabuto separately. I actually bought the Gatak sector first. That was actually my first, actually my second Henshin device that I bought when I was getting started with the whole Toku craze.
I think that was like my third one or something. Kabuto.
Yeah.
So that was what was your most expensive Zern?
I think it was the Orga driver. That
Orga
was
driver?
roughly with middleman fees about $300.
Ooh!
Let's see. For me, my first that I had. Let me see what.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. My first like expensive toy that I bought would have to be the Voltron Masterpiece.
Nice.
The first edition, not they're reissuing the thing.
Gotcha.
Like there's no tomorrow. They have the plastic version now. They have a secondary masterpiece that costs $200 on Big Back Toys. You can pre-order that. Pretty much the same. I guess they fix all the issues with the metal parts in there because they're not like most of the parts, the material that they used for the Voltron Masterpiece weren't really exact. Well, the body was die cast, but the feet were actually plastic, and that was always an issue because the line feet would break, and I really had no choice but to sell it. Unfortunately, I only sold it for like $90 because of that broken piece.
Ah, dang.
Yeah.
Yeah. TKD Tiger said he has the original one, so that's the DX version.
The most expensive toy I ever bought, and I know Sentai has already seen this, but I'm going to show everybody here.
Oh god.
Right there. Bam.
Oh, Gavan?
Gavin. Yep.
Oh,
Yep. And you know how much I spent on this?
how much?
With shipping? $65.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty much standard. I mean, I saw one in what's that
It-
site? Macaday.
That's all. That's the most I've wanted to spend on anything. That's it.
Hey, it's okay. I mean, we all have our limits. Mine's is just infinitively, I don't really care.
I just, I'm sure at one point in time I'll probably end up spending in the 3-digit mark, but that's
Yeah.
probably going to be up. The only time I've spent in the 3-digit mark is not on a single item. It's obviously been on, I myself just haven't been able to justify spending 3 digits on anything particularly that I wanted. Like I haven't wanted something bad enough that I'm like, all right, I'm just take my money here. I haven't found that yet. I mean, I've come close. Don't get me wrong. There is some things that I found that I'm like, ooh, ooh.
That's
ooh,
me and my camera equipment right there.
Bro, that's some
4
of the stuff I've been
digits.
looking at there, yeah.
That's 4 digits.
Well,
Yeah, that's my
Okay.
gaming PC right there.
It hasn't happened with me for toys. Like electronic equipment, that's different, obviously. But there is some toys that I've seen that certain ones that I'm just like.
I mean, the most expensive Toku items would be the original complete selection toys.
Oh
They're
yeah.
being sold anywhere between 700 and 2,000.
What's interesting about the complete selection actually is that most of the items that come with it don't really do that much, aside from the Kuga belt, which I really want so dear.
I got to play.
I
A
want
friend of mine
that,
has it.
Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous right
It's
now.
he
got
popped a good 800. My friend TJ Kidna, he has it.
Damn.
Ooh.
Man,
I got to play.
Yeah.
I got to war it, and I was just like,
man, this like
I'm
he's interested
just
in
like I'm just
selling
wiping
it.
all the sweat. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. If he's interested in selling it, please let it be.
I don't think he will. It's his holy grail, so.
It's his holy grail. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude.
But that's one thing about it is it does what it does on the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it has a little sensor, so you can just like.
Yeah. Out of all the belts that I've seen, that's actually the one I want the most too, is the Kuga belt, man. But I'm like, oh, I can't. Poppy, no.
But there are other complete selections that really don't do justice. It doesn't deserve that price, the $800 to $1,000 price tag, like the
Yeah.
Five belt.
Well, the Fi's belt stays true to what it does, so.
Yeah, but it doesn't have like for example, the 5-shot doesn't do anything. The
Yeah, but
camera,
It
you
looks
know,
nice.
it looks nice, but still, it does the same thing as
You
the
could throw it at
deluxe.
someone who really, really hurt.
Yeah, true. I mean, it does have the nice briefcase.
I mean, that's
and
the
all.
same thing with the DX toys. So you look at the DX Fives driver or any of the other ones. They're like they only make 5 sounds. On top of my head, I can't count all of them. But you have to look at it at a different angle. Just not how many sounds it makes or what it does. It's just what the TV shows does.
Yeah, and you know what's
So
weird
it stays
though?
true to it.
You know what's weird though is that the complete selection of the Kabuto sector is the deluxe Kabuto sector. They didn't change a thing. They didn't change nothing. They just extended the belt. Everything else is just a reissue of the deluxe version, believe it or not. Because if you look at Kamen Rider Kabuto, the sector is essentially the deluxe toy. Modified a little bit, but it's exactly the same. You know?
Mhm.
And that's pretty much the only time that we ever get to see a Kamen Rider series that actually had the Henshin, the deluxe toy as a Henshin belt.
Well, no, they did it in double and O's as well. A lot of the toys.
No, double was different because it did have the prop. If you look at the toy.
No, sometimes. Yeah, you have to really look at it. In O's, Sakonata Kun or whatever her name was, she was actually holding the toy birth buster
Mm.
because it was more fitted to her size and smaller.
Yeah,
So it
makes
worked.
sense. Mm-hmm.
But there are times where you can see that they actually use the toy versions for depends on the person and
Yeah.
their size.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can really say the double driver is about the same size as what would be in the TV show, except
Yeah.
when they transform. It's a different story. It's a prop.
Yeah.
Because it has to stay still.
Yeah. And speaking of the toys that were actually used as props, did you know in the Go Buster versus Kyojir, and Geki did actually use the Legacy Morpher.
Yeah, I've seen that. People were raging all over that.
Like, they're using our toys finally! Yay! Because like we're used to.
I was telling people that people in Japan were actually paying a lot of money for a Legacy Morpher and a Dragon Dagger through like Yahoo Auction Japan or something.
Yeah, believe it or
You
not.
mentioned it the other day. I remember.
Yeah, there's one guy on YouTube that actually modified the
Yeah.
Dragon Dagger to play the actual flute theme from Jew Ranger.
Oh, I think people do that with the Legacy Morphers as well.
Wow.
Legacy Morphers, I never seen that done before actually.
Someone put the Zero Ranger sounds and music and stuff,
Yeah,
and it actually played to the tune.
I seen the Dragon Dagger, but I never saw the Morpher. I heard that
I
the
saw it
Morpher was
somewhere
a little.
on this group I'm not going to mention.
Okay. Because from what I've heard is that the Morpher was a little bit difficult to modify the sounds in though.
Hey, some people can make their own boards, and I know
Yeah,
some people.
that's true. Yeah, definitely.
I know some people who can.
Is that you ain't gonna blacklist? Gotta keep it hush.
No, I mean I have a friend. I have a friend who might be able to do that kind of stuff.
He knows something that we
Well,
don't.
he's an engineer, so.
He's not an engineer. He's a ninja. He knows
I know-
his way around.
I know a guy. I know a guy.
I know a
Hey,
guy.
hey,
I
hey,
know a guy.
I know a guy. Just send me some money to my PayPal, okay?
Yeah.
Capiche?
Keep it on the wall. Don't tell
Yeah.
nobody.
Mm-hmm.
From
Until nobody.
nobody.
Not even Saban or Bandai, they'll kill our asses.
Yeah, you gotta be very careful, especially in Japan, because modifying toys is it's pretty
Legally,
serious
yeah.
stuff. Especially with that SIC weather dopant mod, that guy got.
Yeah, I remember that. Like this
Yeah.
guy made a magnificent SIC version of
With the
Kamen
weather
Rider.
dopant using they were using, forgot what it was. I forgot what figure, but they modified it completely and they just tried selling it off on Yahoo Auction Japan. I saw the bid and
Mhm.
they got flagged really bad.
Which in Yahoo and eBay, you can pretty much do whatever you want, aside from not pirating movies, of course. I mean, you can basically sell off a replica or something like that on eBay.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah.
So did we have a topic on the list that we needed to cover?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was one last one that we got here. Let me go ahead and bring it up. And this is actually funny because a lot of people have been talking about this on my page lately, and it's just the influx of all these. We're going to switch gears here for a moment off of Tokusatsu, but a lot of I don't know if you guys saw the picture. Tommy actually shared it on my like page the other day. But have you guys seen the picture with Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor? Have you seen that yet?
No.
Nope.
Dude, he looks way different. I mean, if you know who Jesse Eisenberg is, though, right? You guys know. You guys are familiar. Jesse Eisenberg. He kind of looks like he's the curly haired Michael Cera looking guy. He was in that movie, the Facebook movie, Social Network.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That guy. The guy who played Zuckerberg. He's gonna be Lex Luthor in the Batman Superman movie. Yeah.
Wow. I cannot imagine him being
Exactly. Exactly. There's a lot of there's a lot of that's been going around.
I would rather have the guy from Smallville be Lex Luthor.
Well, Michael Rosenbaum I thought was a decent Lex Luthor, man. I liked him as Lex Luthor, but no, exactly. You don't imagine a guy like that looking the part, but the picture came out of him the other day, and he looks pretty convincing. But as to whether or not he'll be able to play him, who knows? But this is the interesting thing is that Hollywood's been making a lot of these decisions lately. Like the news broke, I think recently. I'm not sure if it's I'm pretty sure it's been confirmed. Channing Tatum is going to be Gambit. It's like I don't see it. Channing Tatum as Gambit. It's like how's that?
That dancer guy from
Wonderful Magic some cosplay, man. Pete, I've seen it done. The least likely person to look like that person use makeup.
well, that's the thing. I don't think it's so much from a look thing. It's just because
maybe the attitude.
Yeah, that's the thing. From an acting from him, it's more of an acting perspective thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, he's not really. I mean, he's an okay action actor, but it's like I don't know if he has that much. He hasn't shown that much diversity.
That's what people say about Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Guy, man. Let's not go.
Let's not relive. Let's not relive Daredevil. Okay, let's move on.
Daredevil, man, that's just. But here's the thing. He's come a long way since then. I guess maybe.
It's like Jim Carrey not doing a serious tone movie. Oh wait, the number 23.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's.
Dude, really good job in that one, and that number's forever stuck in my head. So.
Yeah.
Hey.
Wait.
People said the same thing about Heath Ledger as the Joker. They're like, he's gonna suck.
Yeah, and look what happened.
That's true. Yeah, and his performance has been the most revered of anybody that's played Joker so far, at least on screen.
Character actors are actually pretty serious stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Heath Ledger is one of them. Character actors, really serious stuff.
Yeah.
So you're not just listening at the roles, you become the characters. I was like, oh god.
I mean, if you look at Power Rangers Dino Thunder, the guy who played Mesogog, what's his name?
Oh, I think he did great, man. I liked Mesogog. That's one of my favorite
he actually
villains.
he stayed through character when he was in costume. Even off the set, he stayed in character. That's how much he was committed.
I mean, it paid off. I mean, he was one of the more serious villains,
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the
A lot more serious than Zed. That's for sure.
Oh, absolutely, way more. Probably the most serious villain there's ever been in Power Rangers to date, I think. You know,
Yeah.
at least of the seasons I've seen, because again,
That
I have not
next
seen
to,
Megaforce, so or
Mhm.
Super Megaforce, and I haven't seen all of Samurai, so.
and I'd rather recommend you don't.
Alright, TKD Tigray, 1989 asks, did you guys see the new images of Batman for the new Superman movie? I actually
Yes.
did see.
All
I
the
did see.
Photoshop. That's all I saw.
Yeah.
I don't think that was Ben Affleck as Batman in the picture. I think it was somebody
Sad
just
Batman is sad.
the sad
It
Batman.
was
Sad Batman.
Mhm.
Sad
Oh
Batman.
god. Oh god. All the Photoshop is so good.
Yeah. Definitely a meme generator right there.
Yep.
Saw
Like
that
in the
pic-
first couple hours, they even colored it. Like Photoshop experts colored the whole picture. I was like, wow, amazing. Within a couple hours, that image got was revealed. They photoshopped the whole thing in color.
Yeah.
I was like, oh god, no, this is going to be an opportunity for everyone to Photoshop.
There you go.
And then
They just opened the floodgates.
Let the hashtags begin.
Yep.
Yes. See, I was looking at that. I mean, I saw that picture. I mean, you know, the suit design. I mean, it's fine. I mean, but again, I want to see more. Obviously, there's not enough to go on.
We need more
Really not.
Batman, Superman, more.
Yeah, need a lot more to go on for that. As far as Ben Affleck playing the role, like I said, I'm kind of indifferent to it because, you know, it's like on the one hand, I understand people's argument, the whole thing, you know, all the Daredevil. It's just like, but yeah, the Daredevil was like almost 10 years ago now. You know, it's like could he have improved since then? Possibly. I mean, I could understand why people don't want to see him in the role, but you know, it's a different role. It's going to be it's a different script. You know what I mean? I'd like to think that in 10 years he might have, or hopefully, made some improvements. But that's one of those things. You just got to wait and see. I mean, you don't know. Imagine he plays Batman like a gajillion times better than
George
Matt
Clooney.
Murdock. You know?
Or George
Daredevil.
Clooney.
Well, I mean, you can't. You know, you can't.
I'm a little biased because
Yeah.
as a little kid, I really liked Batman Forever and Batman and Robin.
Well, here's the thing. You know,
I
Batman
had it
Forever.
in Laserdisc. Okay,
Oh,
Laserdisc.
That's a true fan right there. What?
Ancient technology that,
Wow.
that kids these days have never heard of.
Robert,
Do
did you?
you still have? Do you still have those laser discs?
By any chance, Robert, did you bought those laser discs using a bad credit card?
No, this was like what back in late '90s, early 2000s or something when Laserdisc was like a thing. I forgot when.
Yeah, they were
Like,
like
my dad bought me because my
lot of
dad.
people.
My dad knew that I loved Batman. He was
Yeah.
my favorite superhero. Every day after school, I watch Batman.
Yeah, a lot of people thought that Laserdisc would be like the next big thing until DVD came around. Of course, that
Well, the
changed
prob-
the game.
It was
problem
slow as hell.
Yeah. Well, the reason why Laserdisc didn't catch on, obviously, is
Too
aside
big.
from how big they were. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
And how slow they read.
and how. Yeah.
But the good thing
That's
about
really
laser
big.
discs, though, is the fact that
Good frisbees.
the good frisbees and the fact that the quality was a little bit
Good
better. Than,
placements.
the quality was a little better because it didn't compress the footage as DVDs were.
Yeah, that is true. And you know what else were Laserdiscs used for back then? And Robert, I remember my friend Vu, his mom had a Laserdisc player. Bro, and always karaoke, man. What's up? That was the original karaoke machine.
I'm not gonna say no to that because that's what we do.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Hey man,
Karaoke.
I'm down with it, man. I
Mhm.
love me some karaoke, man.
Yeah.
All right, we got some more questions coming in. All right, so we'll go ahead from the top here. T. Gray asks again, what about adding Wonder Woman in the movie? So I assume you're referring to the Batman Superman movie. I think it's overkill personally. I think it, just for one, it's supposed to be a Superman movie for the most part. I mean, yes, Batman's in it, but from my understanding of it, it's supposed to be more of a Superman movie. So I don't think they need to saturate it with too many heroes. If it's supposed to be an introduction to Superman, Batman, I know they're trying to get a JLA movie for the future, but I don't think
that.
I don't-
wanna see that.
I don't think they need to saturate a movie with
Yeah. I
any
can
of the
understand.
characters.
I understand what they're trying to do, since because of the Avengers doing so well, they want to do this with kind of a you know putting these characters bit by bit just to make a Justice League movie. That's not gonna work. They're gonna have to at least make it. Oh, first they do the Batman and Superman movies, and then after that they'll do the Justice League movie after that. I mean, I hope like maybe at the end of the movie they'll do like a cameo of a certain hero, and then they'll move on to the next movie.
No, like what Marvel does, kind of.
Yeah, like Marvel
Well,
does.
well, the thing is, the way the Marvel did it, I think, was perfect. It's like you don't have you don't have one character stepping on the other character's toes. You just gotta.
Mhm.
And the thing is, with like what they did with the support characters like Black Widow and Hawkeye, obviously they're not. Hawkeye and Black Widow are probably not gonna have their own movie. So putting them in, to play second fiddle to some of the other heroes, that made sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But putting like big characters like Wonder Woman and I don't think they should do it, because I think it'll just water the whole movie down. But hey, it could end up being good. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean they should really start off slow until they'll just decide to try
Kind of
to
build towards it.
build it up. Build it up
Yeah.
until.
Batman and Superman feat Wonder Woman.
All right,
That's a
let's
good one, that's a
see.
good one.
808 Troy asks, you guys think the Power Rangers will have a Hawaiian Red Ranger? Ninja Storm had a Maui Samoish Red Ranger. I think we should have a Polynesian Red Ranger. Actually, you know what I think, and I've said this before on the
And
stream.
also we did have a Mystic Force Ranger that was Indian, so.
Yeah, well, I've said this for a while now. I think we're actually long overdue for an Asian Red Ranger. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I think,
Robert,
I honestly
be
do.
the Red Ranger for next year's Dino Charge, okay?
I'm too sure.
I really believe. No, because think about it. So, our buddy Ken Lamb has mentioned this before. I mean, for Samurai, it would have made more sense, to have a Red Ranger, Asian Red Ranger. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Especially with the Shiba last name.
Exactly. It would have made more
Because
sense.
it actually doesn't really make sense, because the samurai bloodline only passes down through Asians. But I know they wanted to put, or Japanese at least, sorry, not Asians, but Japanese origin. So it kind of doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
But they had to do diversity for a reason.
Oh, understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable. But that's the thing. There's seasons now. I mean, they have enough diversity that I think it's kind of long overdue. It should happen. They should have an Asian Oriental Red Ranger. I think it's.
I mean, we have a Black Ranger, we have a White Ranger. I think it's time to diversify the leader status here.
Yeah.
With different people from all walks of the globe.
Yeah, not that they haven't already,
Mhm.
but just a little bit more.
Yeah.
Why not? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
It's America. Diversity.
America.
America.
Diversity, man.
All right, let's see. Kentoku Fried Chicken asks, how would you feel if that's his name? How would you feel if Toku started getting more traction on the internet?
First of all,
like if less players started playing the Kamen Rider games.
I love that name.
He talked to me. He talked to me a while ago. He messaged me. I think he also makes videos on YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah,
I have to check him out.
I would definitely, actually, as a matter of fact, I just purchased the Hot Pog HD PVR. I'm definitely going to do some Let's Plays of Kamen Rider games. I'm actually going to buy back the Kamen Rider Battle Ride. Actually,
You want to buy mine? I don't want it.
Are you sure? How much? How much are you selling it for?
Like, I don't know, $20, $30 shipped.
20, oh, 20, that's a deal.
I
Nah,
really don't want it.
I-
I finished my live stream of it, and I was like,
You know what?
it was so dreadful.
You know,
It was,
I'd rather just wait until the game the next one, the sequel to it.
it looks good, but
Mhm.
the game lacks so much. I genuinely feel bad for any Let's Players to play that game, because I
Yeah,
love
I mean,
Miso games, but that game is just terrible.
I mean, I did a Let's Play video a couple of months ago with that game, the gameplay of Kamen Rider Battle Rides, and as I mentioned, you know, it was very repetitive. The monsters, for some reason, never attack you from side to side.
That's tradition of Musou games in general.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
There's
also,
no
like,
customization.
and
There's
also, like,
none of that.
the difficulty, of course. Like, if you try to, even if you try to put the difficulty as
You get hit
as
harder
up,
than from the
they
boss.
get hit. Yeah, they get hit hard. They get hit you hard, but it's, you know, you can easily try to.
No, I'm talking about the boss characters that you have to fight.
Yeah, those are difficult, but still, you can easily beat them in that difficulty.
But I think we're gonna see some to answer your question, Kentoku.
Desu's
mean,
Battle War.
Obviously, yeah. I think you're obviously, as you heard, Sentai has interest in doing some Let's Plays and things like that. So be sure to check out his channel. He's already done Sentai. You've already done import games on your channel. I've seen.
Yeah, I did.
I've seen your reviews on them. So.
I did the Kamen Rider Battle Ride, although I didn't use a capture card, unfortunately. I had to use my camera, but now I have a capture card, so I'm probably going to do some more of those in the future. That is, if I buy the Battle Rides too. And as well, I did, you know, a new segment using Kamen Rider Kabuto PS2 game as well.
Those are fun, yeah.
Yeah, and that pretty, like, out of all the games, I would say that game is pretty much a lot more funner than the other Kamen Rider games that I played throughout the years.
Unfortunately, I'll be getting Bat Ride War 2,
Yeah.
the newest one. I will be live streaming. I'm hoping to the Toku gods that this game is better.
Yeah, me too. I hope so.
I'm going to spend $110 just to get the TV sound version.
No,
and
don't do it. Just get the
No, I'm
regular
gonna do it.
edition.
so I can
just
sell
get-
it back. And get some money.
Just get the regular edition like
No,
I
it's
did.
terrible. Everyone in the stream was like, "This is god awful."
Mm.
So, like, at least everyone will be like singing along in the live stream, like singing their favorite Kamen Rider double song or whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
At least it'll be okay. Hey,
it will be. It will be.
that generic music, I was just like,
Yeah, not the
where's the
greatest
connection
thing to
with the
do.
writer and the music? Nothing.
Yeah. It's almost like you're playing an episode of Power Rangers Super Mega Force without the theme songs.
No, it's like Jaws without the music.
Yeah. Instead, they'll be replaced by My Little Pony background music.
Oh God. Oh Lord. No,
Sorry
no,
to
take
piss
on
off. I don't want to piss off the bronies. I apologize.
this.
Hey, I did a My Little Pony review for April Fools, and it didn't catch on.
I saw. Yeah, I saw it. That was great. That was good. It was funny.
all the stupid references I made.
Yeah.
You gotta have fun with it, man. Have fun with
Gotta
it.
have fun with it. Yeah, exactly.
No, I liked your April Fool's Dragon Dagger review. It's very
People were
Yeah.
kind of pissed about it.
it was
Yeah.
very insightful.
Yeah, Ziozuken, man. I thought it was like, are you for reals? Are you for realsies? Wow.
Where my partner and I actually are going to review the Dragon Dagger soon. We just have to work on a script, and he's
Speaking of which,
busy with school,
Robert,
so.
what does Speed Racer Flubber look like? Does he look like David Hayter, as a lot of people say? I've heard about
Yeah,
him.
I would say he looks like David.
His voice just screams Snake to me. I don't know why, because his voice
Oh yeah, because he
does.
can do Snake's voice. So that's
Duh.
why.
Yeah, I gotta meet this guy. He's, for some reason, he's just an awesome guy to talk to.
Bro,
I think he's
it's
going to be
Sensei,
he's going to be at Power. I think he's going to be at Power Morphicon with me.
Oh,
Sensei,
that's
come on, Sensei, come to Power Morphicon, bro. You need to get out to a convention, bro.
Uh,
Me and Zeron are going. What's up?
I
Sorry,
wish,
sorry,
man.
come on.
Maybe
Double
the
team,
next
double team.
maybe the next 4 years, because like I said, I started this job this year and I won't get vacay until next year. So
Okay.
who knows? Maybe around the time, like if there's a convention. I know.
Peer pressure.
No,
God's pray.
Come
I
on.
know that by next year I'll probably get vacation. I'll probably put like a certain. When I get the vacation request, I will like put it on some kind of convention, on the date of a day of a convention that I might go to. So it'll be my first convention, by the way. So
Yeah, bro.
Um,
Hey, send me.
Kyoryu Gabu Gabu in the comments says praise to Furbus, and he will deliver.
oh,
You can join my Furbus army, or you can just be stuck at work.
oh,
Dude,
And then,
don't
Someone
worry.
asked what the TV sound version. What's the TV sound version? That's actually
I'll
they play
explain.
the music. They play the music from the TV shows rather than generic bland music that you've never heard of in your life.
Yeah,
But for
basically
like
like
$30 more.
yeah, because you're essentially
You're paying for the
paying.
license, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. You're playing the license, and the real gimmick here is that you don't realize it, but it's pretty much the same. You can actually customize your soundtracks, whichever
Yeah,
version you have. So,
it's true.
you
All right,
know,
let's see. Sasuke Rules 1000 asked, I totally want to go to Power Morphicon. Does anybody sell Rider stuff? Robert can probably answer that question
Yes.
better than
Yes.
me because he's actually been at Power Morphicon.
Yeah, last Power Morph I went to, they had I bought a couple figure arts. I actually bought a SH Figure Arts Ultimate Kuga, and yeah, they do have both Power Rangers and Kamen Rider there. in
yeah, I
Super
mean,
Sentai
keep
world.
in mind that Power Morphicon isn't just about Power Rangers. It's about,
Well, I mean,
Americana
is,
Toku in general.
but the stuff that they have there, like the vendors, there's a couple vendors there that sell Kamen Rider toys. So
Yeah,
yes, they do.
Yeah.
Because it's like Image Anime comes there, and they're a
Mhm.
vendor that sells both Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, Power Rangers, Gundam, all the SH figure arts, all the SICs. They have everything. They
Yeah,
bring 'em. But they would
everything
most
looks-
likely bring more of the Power Ranger stuff since it's Power Morphicon.
yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense, obviously, because that's what it's themed after. So, I mean,
I think I saw even
but it
Transformers.
goes hand in hand. Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
dude.
they did do a Kamen Rider Dragonite panel at the last Power Morphicon, so I wouldn't be surprised to probably do that again. But this time it'll be Americana Toku panel or something like that in general. So
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Well, I mean, I think they also did. If I'm not mistaken, did they have they had some guests from one year? They have guests from like some of the other Saban Toku shows as well. One year, or was that just a rumor I heard of?
I'm not sure.
How many times have you gone?
This is my. That was
You've
my
gone
first.
once, or the last time was your first? Okay, you know. But I would think, yeah, they're gonna appeal to the Toku audience. Obviously, they know the people that go to Power Morphicon have also seen Super Sentai, so and probably by extension have also seen Kamen Rider. So,
I mean, the mom from Masked Rider was there.
oh, I think that's what it was. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think that's what I
Ernie
heard.
Reyes Jr. was there from Ninja Turtles.
Good old Ernie Reyes. What's up?
Yeah, yeah. I was trained by Ernie Reyes, if you knew that.
Oh, you were trained by him?
Yeah.
This is, oh, snippy.
I was at I went to his studio.
Nice,
in
bro.
that's
Santa
cool,
Clara,
that's
in
cool.
California.
yeah,
I trained with Ernie Reyes, and not Ernie Reyes Jr., but Ernie Reyes.
Ernie Reyes Senior, his dad.
Yes,
Yeah. Hey man, that's who taught him, man.
Mhm.
That's all good, man. Ernie Reyes Senior is revered in the martial arts community.
Yeah, he's a tough guy, man. He's ripped.
Oh no, man. Yeah,
his original black belt, man. It's actually really, really, really green, and yeah, it's just old. That's dedication. Black
no,
belt.
of course, man. He's just keeping it real, man.
yeah.
As he should. He's Ernie Reyes
Mhm.
Senior.
Mhm.
That's
Baddest
what
of the
man.
bad.
Bro, I mean, Ernie Reyes, bro, back in the day, bro. You can see the potential in that kid, man. You know, I don't know. I'm old, so obviously I remember the show that Ernie Reyes Jr. was in when he was a kid. Sidekicks. This is a show they used to give on TV. I don't know if you ever heard of that. If you guys ever heard of that show, but it's a show where he actually was like he was like the foster son of like this cop, and he would like help him out. It was funny because he was all of like, yay tall, but he was sitting there like beating up adults. It was great. Still love that show. Real old show. And then then obviously Ernie Reyes really
Yeah, guys, I'll
started.
be right back.
All right, go ahead, man. Ernie Reyes really started to get popularity when he showed up in the Ninja Turtles movie, and obviously before that, actually he was he already featured in a lot of. He had already been in a couple movies by then, and then this Ninja Turtles, the Surf Ninjas, and we know the rest. Look for there for Ernie Reyes Jr.
Mhm. Any other questions, you guys, that you guys want me to answer?
Yeah, I see some questions here. Hold on. I see one from Kuryu Gabu Gabu. Question: Scott from Power Morphicon said that there's probably going to be a secret revealed on Saturday. What do you guys think it is? Be or announced will be. Well, I mean, at this point, I mean,
Jason David
Yeah, I don't
Frank
know.
and Austin St. John will be in one panel.
Probably at this point, that would probably be the biggest surprise announcement they could possibly make, is them showing up at a convention at the same time.
Yeah.
That'd be
That
great,
I
actually.
think, I
that
think
probably
no, they cannot do that because the universe will explode.
yeah, the fans' heads would explode. Yeah, can't handle it.
Can't handle the explosion. No, I can't believe it.
Yeah, man. I mean that would be the only thing. Other than that, I mean, I can't see anything. They got an outstanding guest list this year for Power Morphicon, so I really don't see how much more they could surprise anybody. I mean, maybe Amy Jo Johnson. That's a possibility.
That's a hard one.
That would be that would be difficult because from what I understand from her in Lexington, she was like whatever about it. She was kind of indifferent. I don't think she's really too enthused about the convention scene after having
Not
already.
really.
That's my understanding of it. I don't, I can't say that for a fact, but from what I've heard, I don't think it's something that really interests her. So I mean,
It's understandable, you know.
So
I mean, she's moved on from Power Ranger. I mean, even though
Okay.
she is, like I said before, she is in good terms with the show,
Okay.
but she just doesn't want to be part of it as like a lot of the other
Like JDF.
yeah,
Yeah.
like JDF.
we're gonna
Go ahead.
take a couple more questions here, and then we're gonna wrap up in five minutes. We'll go ahead and wrap this up because we all gotta get going. We all got work and stuff, but let's answer a couple more questions. All right, Kentoku Fried Chicken asks, how do you feel about tokusatsu references in video games, like Pokemon XY, seen in
I
this
think
year's
I saw-
disguises and Persona 4 with Neo Featherman?
Oh, I saw that episode. It was like, wow.
It's built in the Japanese culture, so it's no surprise. Like when I was playing Tales of Grace's F, apparently Hubert is actually a big fan of these mock Power Ranger characters, and he was going crazy about it. It was in a skit, but that's a reference.
Of course. Well, Dragon Ball Z, Ginyu Force, Sentai reference right
And
there.
also,
You know what I
there
mean?
was, I think it was a promo for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles where I forget which turtle it was doing a Kamen Rider pose.
Yeah, I think it was Raphael.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, Sasuke Rules 1000, ASJ versus JDF in a boxing match. I don't know who would win that.
Let's not talk about this anymore, please.
Yeah.
Whoever sells more, never mind.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are trying to build up JDF with this. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
All right.
I don't want to.
Yeah,
we don't. Yeah, we don't want JDF getting mad at this again.
Yeah, at this point, it's a moot point. I mean, it's it's a hype. It's something that's never going to happen. They're never going to go at each other. So.
No, I mean Jason David Frank wants to it. I don't know why. I don't really get it. I guess he's trying to make him feel good about himself. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever the case may be, yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. Whether who would win in what match, who knows? At this point, really, honestly, and no disrespect for anybody that cares about it, it's one of those really who cares. I mean,
Yeah.
People are going to feel how they're going to feel about them, regardless. There's people that are going to be ASJ fans, there's people that are going to be JDF fans.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if. I mean, I hope Austin doesn't do it, but you're just gonna stoop down to JDF's level here. I mean, come on.
He's not going to do it. He's well, if you heard the stream the other day, he's a pretty diplomatic guy. He seems to be very lax. Like he doesn't I don't I'm sure at times past things like that might have bothered him, but I think he's at that point where he's just like, whatever, man, I don't care.
You wouldn't
He's
be
not gonna step
surprised. I mean, Austin St. John did say that there was no confrontation between them, and the thing is, maybe JDF is just playing a big joke on us.
Maybe it's possible. I mean, he's been known to be a prankster, so what better prankster than on?
Hey, I'll give you $5 if you vote for me.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Still waiting for it, right?
Actually, I wanted to make a video on that about Morphe Madness. Is like my response to Morphe Madness results or whatever, and it's just like 5 minutes of me eating popcorn.
Mhm. And the winner is Robert. And it's
So do it. Do it, yeah.
I
Why
was
not?
going. I mean, there's a lot of topics I could make that just use the same clip.
You know,
Just
people
me
they're
eating
gonna
popcorn for 5 minutes.
people are gonna give you they're gonna give you the same they're gonna give you the same love they did for the Dragon Dagger review. You
Mhm.
did that one.
Wow,
It's like,
that explanation at 2 minutes
Okay.
and 15 seconds.
All right. This will be the last question of the night, and then we're gonna call it a night, guys.
Mhm.
It's from Kuryu Gabu Gabu. Who would you like to see at Power Morphicon? Me, I would like to see the guy who played Merrick in Wild Force. So we'll go ahead and answer that question, and then we're calling it.
Honestly, I would like to see everybody. Just
yeah.
anyone that's going to be there, just attendees. You know, say hi to people.
I would
It's
say,
just a good
you know,
opportunity just to talk to people.
I would say, and I really doubt this will happen, but I would really want to see Sentai actors come to Power Morphicon. It would be
That'd be
such.
cool.
It would be
Tofu actors?
such. Yeah, it would be such an honor. I mean, of course, we'll have a translator, obviously, much like they did with a lot of the anime conventions with Japanese voice actors. But I want, actual, like Kenshi Oba coming to the convention, or and those type of people, at least to give us their perspective on the Sentai genre as well as Power Rangers, to see their opinions on that. It'd be pretty interesting.
Honestly, I mean, whoever goes, I mean, I'm already stoked about the list. I mean, the people that are going, I think this is probably going to be their biggest turnout guest wise, or at least in terms of the best guest they could possibly get for a year. I mean, this is pretty good. So I'm satisfied already with the list. I mean, if they add more, great. I mean, I'll be glad to see them all. I mean, there's
The
very
con's
few.
very small, so there's only so much
Yeah.
they can fit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but with
Which-
that, go ahead, Robert.
No, I didn't say it. I didn't.
I'll put that on there. I mean, the Comic Con throughout the years has been growing a lot lately, so I really maybe the next 4 years they'll probably move elsewhere.
I guess we'll see. Only time will
Yep.
tell. But with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap up for the night because it's getting late. Thank you all for joining us. Hopefully, you will join us again in the near future. You guys go ahead and give your information for your channels and go plug away. This is plug time. Go ahead. Plug away.
I'm sure if everyone.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say everyone knows who I am. Ugh.
Yeah.
But everyone
it's-
knows.
Yeah, and of course, if you guys want, just go to Sentai22, search it, and just subscribe me. And if you want to go to my Facebook, just go to my videos, and I'll have it in the link in the description on the videos. Sentai Big Tom, which is on there, and you can, I post a few stuff here and there, not often though, but I do most of my content on YouTube most of the time. So.
You guys know how to reach me on here, and obviously Zeron's got his channel, Zeron Xepher. I'll go ahead and put a link in the description once I get around to that. So if you guys come back to this video, the links will be in the description. Also, they're featured channels on my channel. So, I got to make Zeron a featured channel on my channel.
Token cards.
Thank you. All right, well, guys, thank you so much for joining us on the stream and hanging out with us. We'll do another one in the near future, and we'll let you guys know. So until next time, guys, take care.
Later.
Sentai22, and I'm out.
This is Zeron Xepher signing out.
The hunt continues.
Yes.